Before getting started, you gotta ask yourself a very important question. What is the service that you're going to provide to your clients? Is it graphic design, poster design, video editing, or photography? You have to choose your strongest skill and put that on your profile. When you put multiple random things on your profile, it's going to be very confusing for your client to figure out what is it that you're exactly providing. So that's why you got to think about what you want to give. Maybe write down the skills that you have, see which one is the skill that you're best at, and which skill had the highest success. Because on your profile, you can't just write that you are a graphic designer. You got to put in your work so clients can see what type of work you've done and then make a decision based on how good that work is. So take a moment, think about the skills that you have, and then you want to bring those skills on the table, take a look at each one and see which one's the winner. Once you have chosen that skill, you want to choose a specific area of that skill. You could go around and say that you are just a graphic designer, but it will really help if you could just make it more detailed. You're a graphic designer who's really good at making posters. A graphic designer that is very good at making logos. So when you bring the specifics into the picture, it's going to help your client a lot better. And that way they will find you in a faster way. Because when a client is looking for a service provider, they're not going to just type in a general term. They will look for maybe logo, posters, business cards. They're going to type in the thing that they want. And if you have that term on your profile, the chances of you showing up on these search results will be much higher. So number one, think of your skills. Number two, pick the one that's the best. And number three, find your niche. Once you've chosen these things, you're now ready to put them onto your profile. It may take some time and maybe you'd want to do some research, but this is a step that you definitely cannot skip, or else you're going to create a very general profile and one that will just get mixed up in all the other millions of profiles on Upwork. So let's take a look at an example. I am a photographer and I take photos with my camera. If I just put that on my profile that I'm a photographer and I take photos with my camera, it's going to be very confusing because the client is looking for someone who does, let's say, product photography, someone who does fashion photography. So I need to see what type of photography I'm good at. I cannot just say I'm a photographer because the client is looking for a specific type of photography for the service that they're looking for. So I have to think to myself, am I good at product photography? Am I good at landscapes, portraits? What am I good at? And there is a chance that I would be good at multiple things, but I have to find out which one I'm the best at. So let's say I'm really good at portrait photography. I have, let's say, 12 years of experience. I have many works to show the client from my past works. And that right there is what I should put on my profile. The first thing that the client needs to see on my profile is that I'm a portrait photographer. Once they scroll down, they can later find out that I'm also good at product photography. But the number one thing that they need to find first is your main niche, your main skill. And if they don't find that in the first 3 seconds of looking at your profile, you will end up losing that client. So it's really important to think to yourself and find the skill that you are very good at. The more details about your skills, the higher the chance that the client can find you. So in the following lessons, we're going to learn all about creating the right profile, using SEO to make your profile stand out, and much more. But now we know what our main niche is and what is the skill that I'm going to show my clients. Now that I have figured out my niche, I can move on with creating my first profile on Upwork.